Hey guys, I'm Janet on occasion, and today we're playing another Warhammer Total War 2, Total War Warhammer 2, there we go, replay. So, this one, we had that tournament recently. Well, yeah, I was able to make myself useful after I got knocked out of that thing, helping some people spar against, what would soon be sort of their matchups in the later stages. So, here, this was a little test run I did against JonTaun, who was playing the Empire. And he was going to be coming up against the Dark Elves, so I decided to try and help him out here. So we had a bit of a spar. So I've got front line of Black Ark Corsairs. In the back here I've got two Blackguard... I have Hargoneth Executioners and Blackguard Nagarond. I've got two Dark Shards of Shields. I've got two units of Witch Elves, and I've got some Dread Spears. Malekith is on foot, because, less likely he's going to get shot out the sky with cannons, and, against Karl Franz or Boris Todbringer, I think he's going to have a lot of trouble in the air. Especially to bring some handgunners or something. He'd be... He wouldn't be able to make himself very useful, I don't think. So I think on foot, he's a lot safer. Also, way over here, I have 3 units of Dark Riders with repeater crossbows. So these guys are pretty good in this matchup, I think. And being able to vanguard these guys is great, especially on this map. So, anyway. So, JonTaun, he's got Spearmen. He's got great swords here. He's got swordsmen. He's got more swordsmen in the front line, more great swords in the back line. So it's 4 of each, I believe. He's got another unit of spearmen on the edge here. He's got some Reichsguard, he's got a Grey Wizard, I'm pretty sure he's got another unit of Reichsguard somewhere as well. He's also got the Silver Bullets, and here you can see Boris Todbringer. So I'm sure he had 2 units of Reichsguard. Where's the other one gone? Does he have another one? Maybe I imagined it. Anyway, so let's speed this up and see what happens. So, I think this will work out okay. Generally, I think this build is pretty good against the Empire. Because with the Dark Shards, that armor piercing is going to be really dangerous for, like, the Reichsguard or, any Lords or Great Swords it'll do a lot of damage to. So, pretty useful, right? Just good armor piercing, generally. And they're probably not going to bring a load of crossbowmen to try and outrange these guys. Because, yeah, they're just not going to, are they? You're going to want to bring armor piercing. Because the most dangerous units for the Empire here are, like the Black Guard and the Hargoneth Executioners. You want to get through that armor. So you're going to want to bring handgunners. So it makes these guys pretty safe. Apart from, to cavalry. So what's going to keep them safe from cavalry is the Witch Elves. So the Witch Elves, they're fantastic. They attack stuff, they go out of control. And then I can get my cheap Spearmen on them, or, the Blackguard and Nagarond on them. So it's pretty useful. And yeah, the Black Ark Corsairs, they got anti-infantry, and frankly, they just outperform any of the basic infantry that Empire are going to bring. Any swordsmen or spearmen, they are just going to tear to pieces. So, pretty good. And yeah, Malekith, he's got a lot of utility. Malekith. He can use Soul Steel to get his health back, and yeah, he's just got a lot of uses. Chill Wind is really good, and obviously every time he does a spell, they lose 15 armor for something like 17 seconds, I think it is. The enemy, that's the sort of dark magic, just general buff when casting. So over here, you see, I've got the Dread Spears, and I've got my my Dark Shards. They're going to try and have to deal with this cavalry, so they're going to move out there. Over here you can see some people are going mad because of the Witch Elves. And in the back I've got these repeater crossbows firing into them now. They should be going for the Great Swords. Though they do occasionally just shoot at completely different things, which is very irritating. But so you'll see that'll work. Here comes a Penundral Pendulum, and this will actually really help break the front line. It's going to do well here. It's pretty dangerous. A lot of my Corsairs are dead. I've got the Blackguard in here too, so I hit with the Chill Wind. So, it's the way to go. Unfortunately, with that rear charge, those Corsairs have had enough. On this flank, doing pretty well. The Hargoneth Executioner is going to do great here. And, the Witch Elves and the Black Ark Corsairs all mixed up. It's pretty dangerous for them. So here, annoyingly, those Zintler's Reichsguard are doing fine. And yeah, so he does have 2 Reichsguard. I don't know where he hit the other one. Anyway. So, yeah, he's got the Zintler's Reichsguard as well. Hopefully they're going to go mad because of the Witch Elves. But they will defeat the Witch Elves in a fight, so I need to get these Spearmen on them. So hopefully they'll go mad nice and quickly, and I can just get the Spearmen to deal with them. And hopefully, yeah. So he's chasing me with Spearmen, which are nearly dead because of my repeater crossbows. But hopefully these guys will be able to do some damage. Unfortunately, though, they are very vulnerable to the Silver Bullets here. So that's pretty tricky. And yeah, Zintler's Reichsguard got away. Pretty amazing. Oh no, now they got mad. Yeah, okay, there we go. So yeah, I used Gaze of Malice to try and do some extra damage here, and it doesn't actually break these guys, so that's really good. So again, the Chill Wind across these guys. Everyone's armor is dropping as a result of that. And now here, this is pretty dangerous. Malekith and Boris fighting here, it's not looking great, honestly. And amazingly, he's managed to deal with my Blackguard and Nagarond really well. They're screwed. So that's not good for me, especially when he's still got cavalry running around. Well, ish. Anyway, So I've still got my, you know, a load of Dark Shard ammo with these guys, which is great. You know, I've got a lot of archers, you know, still active, which is great. Unfortunately, though, these great swords, they're not going to have really much of a problem, especially with Zinta's Rights Guard. It's just spearmen here. I am bringing up some Witch Elves, but still, it's pretty tough. Also, going out of control, it does lower their melee defense, so I should be able to land more hits on them. And as long as I keep sundering their armor somewhat with, you know, when I use Malekith's spells, then, you know, they do have a chance to get through that armor, but it's going to be tough. So here, I'm trying to... so I charged in with my Dark Riders, basically because I want to shut down these Silver Bullets. I knew Boris would join in, but that's fine, because now that he's pinned, I can shoot at him with Dark Shards. Ooh, this is another Penundral Pendulum, I believe. Ooh, and I do try and get out of the way of it, but yeah, I still got hit by a lot of it. By an awful lot. Still got a lot of Executioners, though. So here, the annoying thing is, I realised my guys were still hard grouped. So what kept happening, when I kept trying to tell my ranged units to go for Boris when he was vulnerable, they were attacking things in front of them a lot of the time. So it was really hit and miss whether or not I was actually shooting at the target that I wanted them to shoot at. It was very frustrating. So, but you'll see I'm getting some pretty solid damage, but he does regenerate, and he's still got quite a way to go before he gets to his healing cap. So that's pretty dangerous. My repeater crossbows, pretty knackered, but they'll come back. And I think some did there, yep. So, yep, try and hit with another Gaze of Malice, just do something. So here, you know, I've got the Hargoneth Executioners, which can perform great. I managed to deal with this Grey Wizard for the most part. He may come back. But, you know, doing pretty well here, and wasting some time shooting at those great swords, to be honest, with these repeater crossbows. Need to get them doing something more useful. But, yeah, JonTaun's clever here, just to, you know, bring in Boris again. Because here, I'm trying to wrap up this bunch to get Malekith free again. And if I can just get some more damage on Boris, that would be great. But I'm busy. So, because I can't have these guys, yeah, hit my Dark Riders. I need to keep these guys safe. So, and now he's charging me with everything. He knows my ranged contingent is what's going to do the most damage. So, I've got to be very careful here. And, yeah, Hargoneth Executioners, you know, Boris is going to do okay against them, honestly. So there we go. As you can see, Boris is very injured now, and he's getting very close to his healing cap. So very dangerous for him. So it's very, you know, good to try and deal with these guys with what units he could, and to try and come in here and do what damage he could. Because you can see, Hargoneth Executioners are starting to waver here. They are starting to fail against just the overwhelming amount of swordsmen. Because there's a lot of great swords actually still left alive. So that's pretty scary. And over here, the Witch Elves are actually losing against these swordsmen. I guess because there's only 2 of them. Which, fair enough. So, yeah, things are going okay. Got a lot of units shattering, you know, a lot of the enemy units. Hargoneth Executioners, they're back, they're happy again. But Silver Bullets are coming back. That is so annoying. So my Dark Riders weren't able to finish them. Because Boris had seeded, which is very wise. So here, Hargoneth Executioners versus Boris. I should be able to get some more hits on him. As you can see, I'm, you know, getting some missile cow firing at him. And that should definitely help. But he's so close to my lines here. I can't ignore these greatswords. They're gonna just chew me apart. So here with the Chill Wind, this is to slow him down more than anything else. Now Malekith is getting shot at a lot by the Silver Bullets, but I can move the Hargoneth Executioners onto them. Boris, he's taken off, but he's so damaged. Just this guy won't die. It's one day I will get him. Anyway, so here, you know, more guys just charging my units. This is tough. Swordsman here, getting on these guys. Yeah, this is a nightmare. So now, great swords fighting Malekith. That is not good at all. So here, I was trying to shoot at Boris with all of my ranged units, but because they're hard grouped, they're all now aiming for the great swords. So I'm having to try and tell them to do it again. And as you can see, that time, look at that. That volley would have killed Boris. And that would have been great, honestly. I reckon that volley would have killed Boris. And Malekith may have survived, but he didn't. Which is such a shame. All because they were shooting at these great swords for no reason. Look, they're still shooting at them. I didn't realise. I was too busy just looking up for these 2, you know, going, oh my god, come on Malekith, hit him. No, it didn't work. Did not work at all. Which is such a shame. So here, yeah, going for the Grey Wizard again. Managed to break him again, but my Hargoneth Executioners have finally had enough. And yeah, I'm really running out of guys here. He's got people that have rallied that are coming in behind me. And it's going to be hard to run away from these guys, especially when I'm trying to do some damage to Boris. Because looking at my leadership, and with the terror, none of these guys are immune to psychology. All he has to do is do one charge, and whatever unit will break. They're really teetering on the edge here. And they're getting surrounded. I have no other units to throw, like, in the way of these guys. Everything else is shattered. So it's pretty bleak. So here you can see I managed to break the Spearmen, which I know you shouldn't really charge Spearmen. But, considering how bad their leadership was, I knew my Dark Riders could do it. And they did, but they couldn't hold up to Boris. They ended up running, and army lost its hit. So yeah, valiant defeat, but it was a great fight. It was really close. Just a couple of mistakes with the micro cost it completely. Just yeah, not realizing they were you know, in locked groups. That I think was the only thing that that managed to swing it. I'm sure there are other things, but that was the most obvious. Because yeah, when you've got your lords dueling, like, you want to win that duel. You don't want to lose that. And unfortunately, I could have won that, I reckon. I could have won that duel. And then with Malekith still alive, and with Boris dead, I reckon he would have shattered. So, so close. So you can see, Riot's Guard did fantastically. These greatswords did amazingly. I don't know how he managed to get so much use out of these greatswords. I know that he was debuffing the crap out of me the entire time, you know, dropping Enfeebling Foe and the like. So, the Penundral Pendulum did some great work. Basically, the Grey Wizard did really well, actually. So it's pretty cool, and Boris got a load of kills, and he was just going for, you know, some pretty vital stuff for me. So a lot of those kills were probably Dark Riders, but you know, he kept charging the Hargneth Executioners. He was helping out a lot. That's the beautiful thing with Boris, because he's got that regeneration. You can commit him to a fight, like, quite often, as long as it's not too daft. As long as you don't just, you know, attack 4 units of Blackguard. You know, he's great. He can just charge in, do loads of damage, terrify a load of stuff, and then get out of there again. It's very good. And yeah, he can just recover that health that he lost. Certainly against, you know, sort of weaker infantry and things. He's just great for just charging in, killing, terrifying, and then leaving. It's great. I love Boris. So yeah, really good pick, I think, against against the Dark Elves. Because yeah, there's a lot of danger. You want to be able to heal, especially if you're not bringing a Jade Wizard, you know. You want to be able to heal on your own, because the Lord is going to be doing a lot of work for you. So yeah, pretty cool. So yeah, Witch Elves did really well. The Corsairs did well. Yeah, everything did well, to be honest. Everything did well on both sides. Like the Spearmen, you might say, did rubbish, but actually they did a great job. He was just chasing me down with these guys, like, constantly. Just charging at my, you know, my cavalry, just stopping them from firing at things I wanted to be firing at. So he used them brilliantly, and they're only 300 quid. They're really cheap. So yeah, very well played. So this is a really fun one. So obviously I wouldn't have posted this unless they had done their match. It was JonTaun and Shadow Online Gaming that I was helping, you know, that this was supposed to be, you know, help for. So that match has been played, so go over to JonTaun or Shadow's channel, and you can see how that tournament match went, see if I was able to help at all. So guys, if you enjoyed this, please do comment, like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good day, guys.